nice guys finish last. True nice guys protect all the many secrets. I've always been a nice guy. I have been disrespected by many people, both young and old, both male and female, both good and bad. So I've evolved to learn the secrets of being a nice guy. They say nice guys finish last. In truth, nice guys always win the wars.
Hello everybody, my name is the Cancerous Romancer. Today I'm going to tell you about a deep story that's touching, that's in my heart, that has drama, pain, addiction, and sadness. Welcome to the Cancerous Romances Explain. And like I said, I'm going to tell you more about a song of mine, 3 songs of mine. One is Nice Guys, the other one is Mr. Contradiction, and the other one is Narcotics. I've made so many versions of Nice Guys, and the song Nice Guys is basically a song that touches me deep about what Mr. Contradiction did to me, and the participants did to me back then when my belated pops was sick. One of the worst years ever. And basically, this is what happened. I had a crush on this other lady called Rose. So the crush was pretty deep, and it dug deep inside my heart. And I thought that me being a nice guy, she would accept me for who I am, for me being me. And then tried my best to serenade her, tried my best to let her see me and notice me. And it didn't work out. And then another time, I decided to put all my cards on the table and go for it. So I went for it, and then I failed, and she ended up being with Mr. Contradiction. The part of failing is not what hurt me. Is when I saw that things was going sour so quickly. Like I could feel the vibe wasn't there. I could feel you see, when you have that bad feeling that it's gonna get all messed up, and it does happen. Then you have that premonition that this woman is gonna go for someone that's gonna rub it in, and it's gonna be so silly and petty as to go for the other guy that's more of a jerk. And that jerk is Mr. Contradiction. That was my fear of what Mr. Contradiction was going to do and say. And the worst things that I hope that it didn't happen, that I had a bad feeling that it was gonna happen, it happened. She ended off being with Mr. Contradiction just to spite me, just to be nasty towards me. And Mr. Contradiction saw that I was gonna crash and took advantage of me crashing, and took her to a eating spot, and got her food and drinks, and then caught took advantage of her not liking me, or her being piteous to go for him just to hurt me. And then the next days the next days, months, it took like 3 months. Mr. Contradiction really rubbed it in, talked about what they did sexually, and saw that it bothered me. And even though he saw that it bothered me, he kept on rubbing it on me, rubbing it on me. Uh, I asked people to help me out, but they gave him a compliment. People were on his side, and on top of that, my old man was sick, and I was everything was coming down, was crashing up on me. The walls were crashing up on me. Uh, I thought I could seek comfort, like nice conversation, nice comforting words from my pal, but he didn't make me feel better. The person that made me feel better, a bit better, was my my first supervisor that was that was younger than me, or that still is younger than me. That's a good acquaintance, and that felt like a friend towards me. He understood my feelings of pain and sorrow. He was able to say the right things at the right time, and I back then I took some energy drinks to numb the pain that was in my heart. I took so many energy drinks, I just wanted to pass away. I wanted to have a heart attack. I overdosed myself so many times, but nothing happened because I was emotional. Not only because Mr. Contradiction took the chick that I had a crush on, but he rubbed it in. He rubbed it in so badly. He said so many graphical things of what they did, which is smash. He said it loud, and he said his accomplishments back then just to hurt me. He saw that it hurt me. He saw that it bothered me, even when I asked him to stop. By now, he probably doesn't remember that he was being a jerk towards me, that he was being a messed up person towards me. That's how he is. He would say one thing smart and wise and wow, mind opening, and then the next, his action would say a different thing. His actions would suck. He does. He has done so much sins towards me. He has hurt me intentionally. It was like I wanted to hurt him, but I had restraint in me because I didn't want the worst scenarios to happen. And worst scenarios, it was gonna be blood, and it was gonna be me losing even more, like my job, my everything. Everything was coming down on me. So there was times that I cried myself to sleep, and on top of that, I tried my best to be strong, and and then uh, my old man passed away soon after that, and soon, like a couple of months afterwards. And by then things things when things was like just basically quiet, like uh, he uh, he would still say things about his accomplishments that had. Uh, he had that rose that I was in love with, and uh, the pimp Rose, which is the cousin, and it kind of hurt me. And he looked down upon Pimp Rose's boyfriend for being a good man and wanting to love her and taking good care of her. Saw that guy as a simp and a weakling. That's why I kind of the other book that said Beta is a nice guy. Kind of that kind of felt so that part of me reading this other book that says Beta is a nice guy, that didn't really feel so good, but I understood where the author was going to, and because that guy was basically a jerk, was a fake ass alpha. And I've wrote so many poems about Mr. Contradiction, nice guys, and the events that happened at that time. The part of it was therapy to help me get through that pain that I endured, that hellish pain that I endured. Yeah, and it was very brutal. Oh, here your old man is sick. It's on death's door. To finally, your old man eventually passes away. Yeah, passes away either the same year or the year afterwards. But it was, if memory serves me correct, it was on the same year that I lost the rose that I kind of had a crush on, and since then I didn't see that rose. It has never been like a closure of, yeah, this, yeah, you thought that I'm sorry for smashing that other guy or something like that. I haven't found any closure from that rose that I had a crush on. So that pain is still there, that bitterness, that saltiness. I just use Mr. Contradiction because he's useful in certain fields. And it's not that I like him, it's because see him as a useful tool to make certain things run smoothly from time to time. And basically, with me, what you give in, I give out. So when Mr. Contradiction gets his egotistic self periods, I fight back with our words because I'm a proud Tswana man and we have sharp tongue. We have sharp tongue, and even if he even if he insults me and says that that he's gonna keep on doing that, like it or not. You're going to follow me. You're going to come to me. You're gonna basically is my work colleague. So when he gets that moody thing and says like it or not, he insults me. Then he says like it or not, are you gonna come? Then he uses a name just to antagonize me and make me really angry. I kind of ignore him, even though I might get into trouble. I don't care. It's the pain. You know, if you have that pain where people kind of disrespect you and they have that ego of that God complex ego, that fake alpha ego saying, uh, no, I'm not gonna get into any repercussions. I'm going to keep on disrespecting you until I'm satisfied. That part kind of angers me because I've been good to Mr. Contradiction for quite some time, and I respond. If he's kind towards me, I'm kind towards him. I don't mind helping. I don't mind helping a person out, even if it's the worst person ever. As long as that person's not the worst person towards me at that moment, then I help out that person. But if that person is worse at that moment and I decide to not help that person, and also when it came that was the time that all that event happened. I wrote the poem Narcotics, and you might hear it towards the end of this video. Yeah, and that narcotic is basically how I felt, the depression, the anxieties, the you see suicidal. I felt so depressed. My brother also was able to help me in his way as well. So when those months, those hellish months ended, um, I went on Tinder. I was able to charm a lady and gain my confidence because I had it was when I had my first one night stand, and she spoke about it. Love, do you actually know what a one night stand? What they call it? Not one night stand. Do you actually know what? I'll tell you. Do you actually know what a hookup is? Yes, so not a one night stand, but if you see it towards the end of the story, you'll see that it was an actual one night stand, but it was also a hookup. She said, "Do you actually know what a hookup is?" I said this and that. I said, hookup. I give you something, you give me something, and says, uh, not fully wrong, but you give me something which is capital, and you get to smash, and we have a good time, and that's what a hookup is. So I said, "Oh, okay, that's a hookup. Oh, thanks." I had already got some wine, but then she treated me nicely with wine, and after that after having that hookup at her place, we went to a Protea hotel and grooved with her friends, and that's when I kind of felt that I'm actually with something. I'm actually something. Uh, my depression lessened because I saw that I'm worth something. I'm not worthless. And feeling worthless is the worst thing that a person can feel, even for a person that has a background of being shy and an introvert. That's the saddest thing. And then having a jerk say that I've smashed this, I've smashed your girls, I've did this and that. That's hurtful. That's hurtful as hell. And another lady that I kind of liked a lot, it was Green Girl, the Confused Soul. Green Girl, the Confused Soul. I'll tell you her story. Some I'll tell you a story later. But we became good acquaintances, and I thought that she would be a great person that I can trust with my secrets. I felt like she was like a friend, and I decided to one day um, decide to take my chances, gain that courage, take my chances, and uh, make a move on her, a romantic move on her. And I started with saying, giving her beautiful messages on how much I like her and how much I wanna start something with her. And the worst thing happened, and she showed Mr. Contradiction my message. How do I know? Mr. Contradiction bragged about it and exposed her as uh, she had undying loyalty to Mr. Contradiction. That pain of trusting someone with something private, and then they go up and do some petty thing like that, and share your deepest, darkest secrets with that person. I specifically told her not to tell Mr. Contradiction about certain things. She went and talked about Mr. Contradiction, about the personal things that I said. I begged her not to say to nobody, especially Mr. Contradiction. She spoiled her chances, and I gave her a cold shoulder from then on. And then, well, when after a couple of months, I had a lady, a girl, a supposedly girlfriend, and I this one she convinced me uh, uh, to make truce with the green girl, the confused soul. So I tried to do it, but then she gave me emojis that were disrespectful, saying, I don't give a damn about you. I don't give a damn about your feelings. And ever since then, I, she's the first person that I could say that I'm proud to have ghosted, to have blocked her, to have removed her from social media, because I really, really liked her as a person, and as someone that I could talk to and enjoy. Even if we didn't have a relationship, at least if we had some form of relationship, like friendship, or something, friendship or great acquaintances background, then I would have been alright with that. But she was undyingly loyal to Mr. Contradiction, because she had dated Mr. Contradiction in the past, and Mr. Contradiction helped her in a big way, help her with her CV, and helped her get a job, and helped her with her housing accommodation. That's all right, but you do not have to be that petty as to break a person's trust, a nice person's trust and respect. I'm gonna do a second video then I'm gonna go through the songs that I spoke about line by line. I'm still pretty bitter and pretty pain. There's still pain. It still hurts about that. I haven't really gotten my full closure, but I write my feelings in my poetry and my songs. Now that I have a program that can sing my songs, I feel a whole lot better. That's another reason why I post my song. Feel free to listen to them, and have a beautiful evening. Sorry for cursing you with my sad story. And now you probably know why I'm so obsessed about writing about Mr. Contradiction, about the events that occur, because it still hurts, because it happened when my old man passed away, and those were the most saddest time of my life. Judge me, do whatever, I don't care. It is what it is.
Use this
It's
shit
my story
narcotics,
about
baby.
my songs. Call me a
gonna
whim, call
use
me
this shit
whatnot, don't
narcotics,
matter. It
baby.
is what it is. See myself as
I wanna see
my
bright
own
lights, see
adulthood
bright
type of
colors,
guy
see a
that
mess up
works hard
image of
and
everybody else. I
becomes
wanna see
him
the
and him
world in a
that
different
is true to
view.
himself. I do not I'm not
I wanna
fake.
be
I'm not a fake ass
happy all the
man.
time,
I'm
even
me.
when I'm
Straight
sad
as.
and angry. I wanna be happy even if the world ends. I wanna be happy even when things don't make sense. In simple terms, I just wanna be happy for the sake of being happy. I wanna use this shit, narcotics, babe. I wanna use this shit, narcotics, babe. I wanna use this shit, narcotics, baby. Gonna have meaningless sex with whores, colleagues, friends with benefits, and anyone who's willing to give me sex for whatever reasons. I don't care, just as long as my little John is happy. That's all that matters. Even if you're fat, thin, ugly, or hot, I'm gonna have sex with you all night long until I'm sick of sex. I'm gonna use this shit, narcotics, baby. I'm gonna use this shit, narcotics, baby. I wanna take my girlfriend to the same trip that I'm going on to. I want my girlfriend to experience the same. See my little John grow into big Jonathan, like a Pokemon, a Digimon, fuse together with her and turn into a hermaphrodite, and touch ourselves all over and have new fused names like the Dragon Ball Z fused characters. And lastly, see bright stars and energy around ourselves as we roar out loud, as if we're having triple orgasms at the same time. I wanna use this shit, narcotics, babe, just to get that adrenaline. I wanna start a fight with a mucho man and get beaten up by that macho man, so I can see real stars before and after getting beaten up. I wanna piss and shit